You know what's so funny? Actually, my last video, I am starting the video wearing this exact same outfit. And, I want to be upset about it, but at the same time, I hope you guys can just trust that I'm not doing it on the same day. No, this is definitely not. Like, that was like a while ago. But yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to Crafty Cuties. My name is Emery. Welcome back to my room. Long time no see. We haven't seen this beloved background in a while. Also, don't worry, I'm decorating for Christmas tomorrow. I'm behind, I'm aware. But today I'll be doing a splits tutorial. I know a lot of you guys have been working or are looking to learn how to do the splits. So here are my simple tips and tricks on how I got my splits and how you can too. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna be stretching out our legs, which, you might be looking at me like, well, no duh, you need to stretch in order to get your splits. But we're gonna break things down into the different muscle groups that you need flexibility to get your splits. So we're gonna start with our hips. Some of my favorite exercises / stretches are, I love these like 90 stretches, like the 90-degree, just like hip rotations. So I'm just gonna do, like 2 sets of 10, so let's go. Second set. Okay, so now that we've done that, we also can enter beloved butterfly, because, who doesn't like to feel like, you're in tumbling class and are just doing a little stretch. Where are you guys flying today? I'm flying to, I don't know why this came to my mind, but Cabo, Mexico. So, Dobes. Also, I think that's just me wanting some warm weather. I'm already not thriving. Okay, so next muscle group we're going to stretch out is our quads and hamstrings. So, this is one of my favorite all-time stretches, which is just getting everything. So, I'm just going to go into like straight leg kind of thing, You get me? And now we're going to go roll into runner's lunge and then lean back into a hamstring. Is this called a hip flexor? I don't know. It doesn't stretch it does stretch my hips. It's 3 in 1. Hips, hamstrings, quads. After making these tutorials, should I become a PT? Maybe it's my calling. No. Respect to all of the PTs out there. Physical therapists. I don't want to work with older men. Just kids. I'll be a kid's physical therapist. And of course, like any other stretch, we need to do both sides. When you go into this runner's lunge, you really want to make sure that you're pushing your hips towards the ground to get the biggest stretch, because this is also how deep you can get into the runner's lunge is kind of going to mimic how far you can get into your splits. So, really just push your hips as far as you can to the ground. Okay, guys, so one more stretch that I definitely recommend, which is kind of the same, I guess, as a previous stretch. I really need a tripod. What the heck? What can I use? Me being a resourceful queen, This is my choice. Okay. So, the final stretch we're going to do before really getting into it is what I like to call, which, it's not just me. It's what it's actually called. It's called lizard stretch. So, it's basically like a runner's lunge, except for you're going to bring up your knee and you're going to lock your knee so that you can feel just the biggest stretch all the way through your hamstring to your quad. And, if it's painful, then you're doing it right. And also, make sure, if you're really wanting that depth, that you're going onto your elbows. If it's hard, you can go onto your hands, but, that's the advanced way to do it. Switch to the other leg. Oh. Ow. Oh. Everything hurts. Everything hurts. It's just the reality of life is everything hurts. Download my song on Spotify. Now is the time we've all been waiting for. Let's do the splits, I feel like it's only taking you this long, so might as well just go for it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing what I like to call half split. So, you're not even really going to push yourself. You're just going to get into this position, and you're just going to get yourself ready, Pretend as if you're all the way down in your splits, and, that, what is it called? Visualization, that manifestation queen that you are. And naturally, you're going to have a leg that's more flexible. So when you're learning your splits, you want to learn with your more flexible leg. So that for me is my right leg. And I'm going to take this. It's like just a roller. But I would probably recommend a pillow. But I just like that this has like a more hard surface. You can also use, I have a yoga block here. This could also be really helpful. So anything you want to support under your hips. And I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but you're just gonna kind of sit on it like this. And what I used to do when I was learning my splits is I would just watch a TV show in this position. So really get comfy. Make sure you feel very sure about, this being comfortable. And this is also why I like using something that's from like this, because when you lift your hands up, you aren't going to be stretching yourself into the splits and then whoopsies. Now you feel like you're going to die and you have to slither out of it because you're surrender. No. We are not surrendering. We are, we are doing it. Just chill out here. Feel comfortable. Once you have graduated from that height, or for me, I would say 2 of these blocks, I'm going down to 1 block. So we're gonna try this out. And, if you're not feeling great, just keep consistent with it. I don't want you guys to, be discouraged if, the day that you're trying this out, you are no, I actually cannot get the splits. Because, well, it's your first day learning. I feel like that's one thing about any kind of flexibility is you need to be patient with yourself and take time doing these stretches every day. So, yay! I can do this block now. That's pretty cool. I'm going to stop doing that. Stop it. And if you're feeling comfortable, gutsy, if today is your day, then woohoo, you made it. We're going to do the splits. Okay, my biggest tip for if you're trying to get your splits and you're like trying it for the first time, put on some socks. You know, if they happen to be fuzzy Christmas socks, even better. And you're gonna like slide into it, or at least you're gonna attempt to just like slide into it. And you're gonna go on some hardwood floor, and you should just literally slide into the splits. So, for me, unfortunately, I don't have hardwood floor accessible, so I'm just gonna pretend. So, starting standing, and just slowly shimmy your way down on one knee. This is like the hamstring stretch you were doing. And then put your hands down. If you're like this and you're like, oh, I can't get any farther, yes, you can. I believe in you. You just gotta lift off. So you're gonna take your hands off the ground. So that is it. How exciting. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not stretched in a hot bit, so this is definitely painful. But that's why I'm saying consistency is key. You just gotta stretch out those hamstrings, stretch out those quads, and practice every day. So, but once you do that, you can get to this point. Anyways, you guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this little like sit down chat tutorial. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to comment that down below. I love you all so much. See you in the next video. Bye, everybody.